Hello students, welcome to Power Tutorials. So in this video we are going to cover 2024 science paper in the set 2 questions, first 10 MCQs. In the previous live session I have covered 31/1/1 set paper and I have covered all the 20 MCQs, that is for section A questions, 16 MCQs and 4 assessment questions. So in this video we are going to cover first 10 MCQs of 31/2/1 paper. So if you are interested to check my previous that is 31/1/1 question paper solution, you can check my video which is present in the live section of my channel. Okay, so let's start with today's video. So let's start with section A questions. First one, the question is solid calcium oxide reacts vigorously with water to form calcium hydroxide accompanied by liberation of heat. From the information given above, it may be concluded that this reaction is. So what is the reaction? Calcium oxide, which is CaO, plus water reacts vigorously to form calcium hydroxide, which is CaOH twice, and they have clearly mentioned there is a liberation of heat. So here energy is getting released. If any reaction, if there is a release of energy, we call this reaction as exothermic reaction. Okay, so endothermic is wrong. So we have two options, which is exothermic and pH is formed as 7. Exothermic and pH of solution is formed as more than 7. So to find the pH, we have to first understand whether that product is acidic or basic. So CaOH twice is basic in nature. So basic in sense the pH should be greater than 7. As pH is greater than 7 because it is basic, because from the pH scale we know starts from 0, that is from strong acid, till 14, which is strong base. 7 is neutral. So it is a base, so definitely it is greater than 7. So this is basic and this is acidic. Okay, so answer is D. Next, move to the second question. Juice of tamarind turns blue litmus to red because it is an acid, thus it is turning blue litmus to red. It is because the presence of acid. The acid is called tartaric acid. It's a direct answer. Okay, let's move to the next one. Acetic acid is for vinegar. Oxalic acid is apple. Sorry, apple is malic acid. Oxalic acid is for tomato. So if they ask in the question, if it is tomato, then it is oxalic acid. If it is vinegar, then it is acetic acid. And if it is apple, then it is malic acid. You have to remember these three matters. Okay, let's move to the next one. In which a combination reaction is involved. So what is a combination reaction? Combination reaction is combination of two or more reactants to single product. Okay, so burning of coal is a correct example of combination because burning of coal means C plus O2 gives rise to CO2 and lot of heat will be released. Okay, this is example for combination. Whereas digestion of food, so here itself it is saying that multiple will be broken down and again the multiple will be released, or else I can also say single to multiple also is example for digestion. Burning of methane, here 2, that is CH4 and O2 will be combined to form CO2 and water. So here 2 are reactants and 2 are products. Black and white photography is a decomposition reaction where AgCl will be broken down into Ag and Cl2. So this is for decomposition reaction. Hence the only option for combination is B. Okay, let's see next question. The oxide which can react with both HCl as well as KOH. We call these metal oxides as amphoteric oxides. So what are amphoteric oxides which can react with both acids and bases. So we have only two metal oxides which are amphoteric, which are aluminum and zinc oxide, Al2O3 and ZnO. These two are the right options. In these options, you can see only one is present, which is Al2O3. So this is very important for amphoteric. Even in set A question, we have this. They have asked what are amphoteric oxides, and here they are simply asking among this which reacts with KOH as well as HCl to form a products. Okay, let's go to the next one. Consider the following cases, and they have mentioned 4 options, and they want to see which is possible. Okay, so for this we have to remember the reactivity series. The series the element starts from potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium. I'm simply writing the formula here: magnesium, aluminium, carbon, zinc, iron, and then we have lead, tin, so iron, then tin, lead, hydrogen, copper, silver and gold. Okay, so you have to remember this series, and whichever we go down, the reactivity decreases. So top one can displace the bottom one reactions. Okay, if you see here, calcium and aluminum, which is stronger? Calcium is stronger and aluminum is weaker, so aluminum cannot decompose calcium. Okay, copper and calcium is definitely top of copper is here, so calcium is higher, so that's why calcium can easily decompose copper. For iron and copper is anywhere down, copper cannot displace iron, which is here, so C cannot be an option. The last one is zinc and magnesium. Magnesium is top whereas zinc is bottom, so magnesium can easily displace zinc, so hence option is B and D. So you have to remember this series for any reactivity, like which metal can displace the other reaction. So what is displacement reaction? Where one metal can displace this reaction and takes place of other. So this reactivity option, the products will be CaSO4 plus Cu. Same way here, it will be MgSO4 plus Zn. So what is happening here? This metal is taking the place of this metal and removing this metal outside. So this is nothing but the displacement reaction, when one metal removes the metal from one solution, and that metal will be combination out. Okay, so this reactivity series is very important. Potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, carbon, zinc, iron, lead, tin, lead, hydrogen, copper, silver and gold. So gold is the least reactivity, then silver, then copper, then hydrogen. You have to remember either in top way or bottom way, anything is fine. Let's move to the next one. And for the correct statement about the following reaction, okay, so this is also very important. In the redox reactions, they will clearly ask which is getting oxidized and which is helping to oxidize. Which is getting oxidized, you have to see at the same time which is helping to get oxidized, helping other to get oxidized. Both are different. Okay, which is getting oxidized means oxygen is getting added, whereas which is helping other to get oxidized, this is nothing but the helping agent or oxidizing agent. So both are different. I'm again repeating, which is getting oxidized, where there is addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen also you can say, but mostly it will be addition of oxygen in the cases. Helping other to get oxidized is oxidizing agent. So here which is getting oxidized? Getting oxidized is H2S, because here you can see H2 is gaining oxygen. So H2S is oxidized, and which is reduced? SO2 is reduced because oxygen is removed to form SO2. SO2 is reduced. But what they are asking? Agents they are asking. At the same time, oxidation reduction is also present. Okay, let's see. So H2S is oxidizing agent. H2S is oxidized, so it is not an oxidizing agent. SO2 is oxidizing agent because it is helping H2S to get oxidized. So this is wrong. H2S is reduced to sulfur. H2S is oxidized here, not reduced. So this is wrong. SO2 is oxidizing agent. Yes, SO2 is helping H2S to get oxidized. Hence, SO2 is oxidizing agent is correct. H2S is reducing agent. Yes, because it is helping SO2 to get reduced. So helping are nothing but the agents. So this is the right answer. SO2 is helping H2S to get oxidized. So SO2 is the oxidizing agent and H2S is helping SO2 get reduced. So H2S is the reducing agent. SO2 is oxidized. It is not oxidized here. Okay, so only option is C. Again repeating, oxidized and reduced are different. Oxidizing agents and reducing agents are different. Okay, simply helping are the agents. Next, move to the 7th question. You can see the following statements about homologues of carbon compounds. All succeeding members differ by CH2 unit. Yes, this is correct. Because for example, if I take for alkynes, for example, that is C2H2 is the first one, then C3H 2 and minus 2, 4, 6 minus 2, 4. Okay, so if I say the difference between these two, it is 1 carbon and 2 hydrogens. Okay, hence all succeeding members differ by CH2 is correct. Melting point and boiling point increases with increase in molecular mass. This is also correct. The difference in molecular masses between two consecutive members is 16. Wrong, because if you know what is carbon mass, it is 12. Hydrogen is 2. 12 plus 2 is 14, but it is mentioned 16. So that's what is wrong. Next, C2H2 and C2H4 are not the successive members of alkynes. So this is wrong because these are the successive members of alkynes. So only option is A and B. Okay, let's move to the next question. Which of the following statements is or true about human heart? Okay, so human heart, first of all let me write. We have 4 chambers. These are right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium, left ventricle. Okay, so from body, and this is lungs. So what will happen is from body the blood goes to right atrium, from then to right ventricle, from here to lungs, from lungs to left atrium, from left atrium to left ventricle, and from left ventricle to body. So this diagram you have to remember. This is 1, this is 2, from here it goes to here, this is 3, and this is 4, and this is 5. Okay, hence the blood entering twice into heart, that's why it is also called as double circulation. Okay, let's see the options now. Right atrium receives oxygenated blood. Right atrium is here, it is receiving deoxygenated blood, so that's why it is wrong. First option is wrong. Left atrium transfers oxygenated blood to left ventricle. Okay, correct, which sends to various part of the body. Yes, B is correct. Left atrium receives deoxygenated blood. Correct, through the vena cava from the upper and lower body. So this is also correct. Left atrium transfers oxygenated blood to aorta. Left atrium will not transfer oxygen blood to body. Left ventricle will transfer blood to body. So hence this is also wrong. Okay, so options are B and C. Okay, so this is aorta and this is vena cava. Okay, let's move to the 9th question. Select which of the following that does not occur in pairs. The answer is A, pituitary gland. Pituitary gland does not exist in pairs. Whereas ovary will exist in female, whereas testis will exist in male as pairs, whereas adrenal will exist for both. Pituitary will exist for both, but it will exist as a single unit. Let's move to the 10th question. That is the last question for today. in human respiratory system, when persons breathes in, the position of ribs and diaphragm. So the person breathes in, what will happen? First of all, the ribs will lifted, as well as I can say like it will get little expand. So relaxed will be wrong, it will be only lifted. And how the diaphragm will be? Diaphragm should be flattened so that it creates a vacuum to get air sucked inside it. So that's why B should be the right answer. Okay, so if these are ribs, if I talk about, this will be the diaphragm. So it will be flattened for inhalation, and these ribs will be relaxed, and the diaphragm will be like this for exhalation. So if you also check yourself, if you try to breathe, your ribs will go up, whereas if you exhale, the ribs will go down. Simply first two options, these two you can release, and the second, the diaphragm should be flat to get accumulated more air. So that's why the first option should be the right answer. Sorry, second option should be the right answer, where ribs will be lifted up and diaphragm will be flattened. Okay, so in the next video we'll cover the remaining 10 questions of section A, which is 6 MCQs and 4 assessment revision questions. So please subscribe and enable the notification so that you can get updated regarding the next videos. Thank you.